Baxter.
Imagine doing this because of one little diamond.
Yeah, they're buggers, aren't they?
Oh.
But look on the bright side, Pix. Imagine what would have happened if you'd had a whole tiara.
How's the dizzy spell coming along?
Oh, a little better, thank you. It was clever of me to think of that, wasn't it?
Put Mrs. M right off the trail. God, there'd be hell to pay if they knew about the Wentworth diamond.
That little trinket means trouble. I can smell it.
I don't suppose I'll ever see it again. It was so pretty.
You might, dear. I've been giving it some thought and I've checked around.
Oh, really?
What'd you come up with, Min?
Well, just about everyone was in the rec room when you were knocked out.
Yeah, they were.
But you remember, Bobby left the room and she was gone for quite some time.
That's right. She was.
And that's not like her. She usually watches telly at that hour.
Glued to the bloody thing.
You think it was Bobby?
It fits, doesn't it? She's a smash and grab artist from way back.
You seem surprised, dear.
Well, a little, I mean. Well, can you see Bobby in a simple diamond necklace?
She's not gonna wear it, love. She's gonna cash it in.
Oh, I hadn't thought of that.
Well, I think Bobby might have.
Come on, let's front her.
No, dear, you leave it to me.
But she's a little toughy, Min. She might need a bloody good hiding.
Oh, no more bashings, please.
Pixie's right. Now, Bobby can't be handled by that. But if she's got the diamond, I'll get it back.
Dinner won't take long.
Don't, Wally, please.
What the blazes is going on with you? 20 minutes ago, we were in there making...
I know.
Then why the change?
I just want some time alone.
Oh, Anne, something's going on that you're not telling me about. There's been far too much of this sort of thing between us lately.
Please, Wally, it's got nothing to do with you.
How do you expect me to believe that? One moment you're loving me, next thing you're treating me like a what, stud bull.
I'm going to bed. I'm sorry. I just...
Anne, I want to sleep with you tonight.
No, not tonight. Please go, Wally.
Go. For how long? An hour? A week? 2 weeks? 2 years? Until you make up your mind?
Just for a while.
Right, everyone into the corridors. Line up for head count. Into the corridor. Where's Donovan?
Gone to the Danny.
Hurry up, get out of here.
What is it?
Somebody's made a break for sure.
But who's missing?
I wish it was me.
Keep quiet, the lot of you. Mason, Donovan, Birdsworth, Mitchell, Stevens, Hewitt.
Jeez, there'll be no one left in this place by the time Bridges is through.
He's a ripper, isn't he?
I just wish I knew how he was doing.
Yeah, from first-hand experience.
Kennedy,
Who the blazes is it? That's what I'm busting to know.
Dixon, Tracy Dixon.
Lucky bitch.
Oh, look at them, will ya? Every screw in the joint's got egg on their face.
Except one. Mr. B has a high success rate.
I wish I was one of your success stories. I might have a long chat with him.
We'll have none of that, Pixie.
Why not?
Because I want you getting out of here through the correct channels, and once you're out, I want you to stay out.
Min's right, love. You're not the type to be on the run.
Well, everybody else seems to be the type.
Yeah, like me, for instance.
Well, he probably wants you where you belong so you can pinch stuff off your mates.
You can't prove it. Anyway, I haven't got no mates in here.
Now, that'll be enough. I'll have that cleared up presently. Won't I, Bobby?
Yeah, says who?
The business over your diamond might have to wait, Pixie. I think we're going to have more pressing problems.
All right, you lot. Muster!
And Brent, Donovan, Birdsworth, Mason, Stevens, all to the laundry.
You take care of yourself today.
What are you talking about?
She's talking about you hanging around by yourself while the freak's out and about looking for trouble.
You'd find yourself better off working safety in numbers, you know.
And Hewitt, good love. Hunt, to the workshop.
Miss Morris, I wouldn't mind working.
Sorry, Mitchell, everyone wants to work today.
Oh, forget it then. Don't do me no favours.
That'll do, Mitchell. Right, everyone move out.
I had nothing to do with the hanging. I didn't even know it was going on.
I know. Why would a blackmailer murder a victim? That's bad economics, and you're such a smart girl. Funny. It's usually the blackmailer that gets murdered. Occupational hazard.
Who's going to pay?
I'll make the lot of you pay.
What do you mean?
I got the tape back. And I destroyed it.
Mrs. Reynolds, please take a seat.
Thank you, Mr. Hansworth.
Have you seen the police reports on the latest escapes?
Not yet.
They make disturbing reading. I take it you are fully informed on the events of last night?
Yes, as informed as anyone can be. The escapes are inexplicable.
Inexplicable? Mrs. Reynolds, in 2 hours I have to give a press conference. When I'm asked to explain these escapes, do you suggest I simply tell the media they are inexplicable?
No, of course not.
Then we're agreed. They'll want answers, and it's up to you to give them to me.
But, sir, there are no answers. My officers are aware of the problem. Security's been tightened. Doesn't the police report come up with any clues?
It's our problem, not theirs. Now I have the police department, the media, and the Shadow Minister on my back.
I realize the pressure you must be under.
The sort of pressure, Mrs. Reynolds, that terminates careers, and I'm not ready to retire.
Are you suggesting I resign?
I'm saying that if there's one more escape, one more lapse of security, someone will have to go.
I understand.
And as we're both anxious to avoid such an outcome, I've had drawn up a list of security measures to be implemented immediately.
But security at Wentworth's already...
Immediately, Mrs. Reynolds.
Yeah, well, the only thing to do under these circumstances is to keep them locked up until the escape route's found.
But that could take weeks.
All the better.
I think you're wrong.
And I think you're still wet behind the ears if you think there's another solution.
You can't confine people like that. It's madness. They should be free. It's our job to help them through this to freedom.
Freedom? Could you imagine what would happen if this lot were let loose? I mean, look what they've done to me. And Parker's already killed an officer at Barnhurst.
Yeah, well, have you ever stopped to ask yourself why they didn't try to kill Meg Morris or Joyce Barry or me? Why you? It's because you hate their guts. You treat them like dirt. So why does it surprise you that they hate you in return?
Well, there's certainly another side to you.
Yeah, well, that's because there's more to this job than rattling keys and crushing the life out of these women.
Oh, come on, I know them and I know why they're in here. It's because they can't cope with the outside.
Yeah, because the outside doesn't want to know about them.
And why should it? You want to give them half a chance? All right, go ahead, give it to them. And you know what'll happen? They'll lie and cheat and swindle and murder. And they'll go to their graves still swearing that they were hard done by. And you know why? Because there'll always be mugs like you to believe them.
I don't think there's any point in discussing this to you.
What are you up to, Mitchell?
Me?
I want some information.
I don't know nothing.
You know who put together that lynch mob?
I didn't have anything to do with it.
Mitchell, the last time you caused me trouble, you ended up in a hospital bed. Remember? Don't make me do it again. Now, who was it? Who, Mitchell?
Phyllis. It was Phyllis. She got everyone really hyped up about it.
Hunt.
Yeah. She wanted you dead. Real bad.
You better be telling the truth.
I am honest. But don't tell her I told you.
Oh, of course not. You're gonna tell her.
What?
Yeah. After lunch, you get her alone and make sure she knows that you've told me everything.
But I can't.
Mitchell, shut up and do as I say. And remember, I'm not through with you yet either.
What do you mean?
You owe me, Mitchell. And I always collect. But don't worry. I'm going to let you work it off. You must get bored sitting around here all day. So you're going to work for me. And your first job is to go to Hunt and make sure she knows that you've lagged. Make sure she's scared. She's got reason to be.
But I'm scared.
Just do it, Mitchell. Now.
Yes?
Good morning.
Oh, hello, Mrs. Reynolds. Not a professional visit, I hope.
In a way. Do you have a moment?
Sure.
It occurred to me last night that the majority of women in here have probably never been examined for breast cancer.
I'd say you're right.
And I doubt whether they'd examine themselves.
Probably not. Do you want me to remedy that?
Well, I thought it might be a good idea if you did a routine examination during the next couple of weeks. What do you think?
Sounds like a good idea.
I suppose some of them have never given a second thought to the possibility of getting anything like that. There might be quite a lot of ignorance about it.
I'd say you're right. I'll try and remedy that during the tests.
I'm not very well informed myself. I have regular checks, of course, but what are these statistics?
Statistics?
Well, I mean, how many lumps in the breast would prove to be malignant, that sort of thing.
Well, 1 in, or say between 15 and 20 women detect a lump at some stage or another, and of those, 1 in 10 would be cancerous. That's the non-malignant lumps.
That seems quite high.
It is, and it gets higher.
What do you mean?
Well, as the woman's age increases, so does the likelihood that any lump will be malignant.
I see.
Hey, Doc, I'm busting.
Well, excuse me for a moment. Duty calls.
Of course.
Bobby, you didn't really take my diamond, did you?
What do you want?
Nothing.
We came to the right place. Well, come on, out with it.
The freak's onto you. She knows that you're the one that tried to string her up.
How? How does she know?
I had to tell her she was going to bash me
Oh,
again.
you
I had
bitch, you
to.
stupid bitch, you coward! I got parole coming up, and she'll get me. I'm gonna kill you.
You screwed yourself, Huck. A savage, an unprovoked attack on a fellow prisoner. Wonder what the parole board will say about that.
Don't, please.
Get out. You did very well, Mitchell. You're learning fast.
What about all the screws on the security gate?
They're tightening up all right.
Yeah, a fat lot of good'll do them. God, I hope they don't spring Mr. Bridges, though. They'd lock him up and lose the key if they knew what he was up to.
I reckon there should be one in every prison.
Oh, well, I'd still like to go on his list.
You just bide your time, Pixie.
Ladies, Dr. Collins will be seeing each of you over the next week or so.
What is it, Mrs. M? We're not sick.
That's the way we want to keep it, Lizzie. Now, it's all on that notice. If you have any queries, just ask one of the officers.
What does it mean?
Oh, good idea. Breast examinations.
Yeah, well, you can count me out.
Why?
Oh, the whole thing is with the creeps. What if you found something?
What a bloody stupid attitude. Now, you just get down there and get yourself.
Phyllis, what is it?
It's a freak. She's going to stuff up me parole. She knows it was me who wanted it dead, and now she's going to get me. It's not going to stop there. She's going to get all of us. And she's going to pick us off one by one.
How are you feeling?
Oh, I'm all right.
Look, I'd like to apologise for what I said earlier. I really do get on my high horse sometimes.
It's all right. We all have our opinions on prison methods.
Yeah, well, I didn't really mean to suggest that your methods were wrong. It's just...
Just forget it. When you've been around these women as long as I have, maybe your opinions will change too.
I doubt it, but we'll just have to see.
You got any thoughts on these escapes?
No, not one. I've seen escapes before. And even when they weren't caught, we usually knew how they got out, but this time there's not a trace.
Yeah, there's a good brain behind this one. There aren't too many of them in this place.
Any ideas?
Yeah, it'd have to be Donovan. She's the only one who could mastermind something this big.
But if only one woman's behind it, she'd have to have the help of all the others.
That's Donovan.
Oh,
Miss Ferguson, Detective Inspector Thorne would like to speak with you.
I'll see what I can find out about our mastermind.
Well, Inspector, I trust the women are being their usual cooperative selves.
An investigation is proceeding, Miss Ferguson, but that's not why I wanted to see you.
Oh?
Does the name Don Baxter mean anything to you?
Dr. Boscombe's surgery.
Hello. I was wondering if I could make an appointment with the doctor.
Yes, when would suit you?
Tonight, if possible.
I'll just check the doctor's appointments. I'm sorry, but there are no appointments available tonight, except for emergencies.
Oh, all right, thank you.
What about tomorrow?
Tomorrow, yes, all right.
At 9 a.m.?
That's fine.
And your name is?
Reynolds, Anne Reynolds.
All right, we'll see you at 9 tomorrow.
Thank you.
Goodbye.
Look, Inspector, we don't seem to be getting anywhere, and I have got work to do. What makes you think that I know this Don Baker?
Baxter. Don Baxter.
Yeah, whatever.
We found a book containing a list of names on Baxter's body.
And $10,000 written beside your name. Well, we'd like to know why.
I have absolutely no idea.
Of course, you've heard of Lionel Fellows.
You can't be in this job for long and not come up against that name.
We believe this Baxter was a hitman. He had your name and Fellows on his list, amongst others. But somebody got to him before he got to you.
And you think I know who put out the contract?
Can you think of anyone who might want to see you dead?
You're not forgetting that I was hanged, are you?
Of course not. What about any connections the women might have on the outside?
It's not for me to say.
But you have made enemies.
People who are good at their job are seldom popular, Inspector. You should know that.
I certainly do. Well, thank you, Miss Ferguson.
I'm sorry I couldn't have been of more help, Inspector. But I really can't imagine who would pay $10,000 to see me dead.
We'll leave it with you. If you think of anything, you know where to find me.
Did you see the way she just stood there? Gives me the creeps just to think about it. I tell you what, she's going to make our lives a living hell.
Well, I tried to warn you, didn't I?
Well, we didn't think the mongrel would live. There's no way we're going to get rid of her now. She's absolutely bloody undestroyable.
How right you are, Birdsworth. I am. And don't you forget it. Now, I don't know yet which one of you I'll start with. But one by one, I'm going to make a lot of you pay for this. And there's not a damn thing you can do to stop me.
Very impressive, Miss Ferguson, and quite frightening, really. You may as well start with me, I suppose.
Oh, your turn will come, Donovan. But I like to leave the top dogs till last. I beat Smith, and I'll beat you, in spite of your tame gorilla.
I wouldn't take too long if I were you. I have a personal score against you over young Billy. And I will do it, Miss Ferguson, I promise you. I won't fail again. I believe that's round one to us, Miss Ferguson.
I'll see about that.
Good of me. Fan-bloody-tastic.
Yes, well, I agree, but you made it sound as if you organised the hanging. Why?
Goes with the job, dear.
Yeah, well, this lot didn't make the job any easier.
I reckon Ferguson's been put in a place once and forever.
No, not for long. I'm afraid your lynching party has made things very difficult, Lizzie. It must never happen again.
Oh, no, of course not, love. Not without your say-so.
No, next time we try something like this, there won't be any mistakes. Right, girls?
Right.
Well, well, well. What a pleasant surprise. Business or pleasure?
I was wondering if I could have a word with you.
Fire away.
Are you still interested in going free?
Yes.
Good. Then I'm in a position to help you.
I see. And while you're helping me, you thought you'd make some money for yourself on the side, is that it?
I don't work like that, Stevens.
Then what do you want?
You know, one of the main problems with prison life is that everybody becomes so suspicious.
And what's in it for you?
Nothing. It's enough that I see you free from here. It doesn't achieve a thing putting you behind bars.
So how are we going to plan this escape?
You just leave all the details to me. The important thing right now is to get you out of here as soon as possible.
I'll go along with that.
Good. Well, I'm off duty tomorrow morning, so it'll have to be tomorrow afternoon.
Tomorrow afternoon. You'll know where to find me.
Major. What the hell are you doing in my house? Get out of here!
If I were you, I'd make us a bit more welcome. Because we're going to have a little chat. Just the three of us. And your little dog. Now, we invited ourselves into your lovely home because we wanted to deliver a message from Lionel Fellows. The message is simple. Keep away from the drug trade at Wentworth. Pretend it isn't happening.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Because we wouldn't want to see a nice, respectable lady like you mixed up with drugs. What do you think, Bill? Does she look the type to be mixed up with drugs?
No, but you can't always tell.
I'll bet you've never even tried them. Have you?
Of course not.
See? What did I tell you? Well, we're going to give you a crash course. Oh, now calm down. Go with the flow. The first thing you've got to learn about drugs is they're a lot like sex. You enjoy it more if you're relaxed. Open wide. Swallow. Show me. Good girl. Now, as it's your first trip, you'll just hang around to say bon voyage.
Hello, Lizzie.
Oh, good evening, Mr. Bridges.
I bet you're looking forward to getting out of here at last.
Yeah, I suppose I'm getting used to the idea. But I never thought it'd be legal. I mean, me and legal, we've never got on, have we?
I don't know how you've survived all these years being locked up. I know I couldn't.
Oh, it doesn't worry me. It's the young and pretty ones I feel sorry for. The ones with all their lives ahead of them.
Yeah, it must be hard for them.
But it doesn't worry me. I mean, I have been out, but I always come back. This is me home, or at least it was until now. And all me mates are here. And I've always known where the next meal's coming from.
You're not the type to escape, are you, Lizzie?
Oh, I don't know. If I was young like Randy, I reckon I'd have a go. That's if I could get a bit of help, eh, Mr. Bridges?
It's stupid for someone like her to escape, though, Lizzie. She's only serving 3 weeks.
She'll be back, you'll see. She's only been gone a month or so.
Really?
You keep seeing that type over the years. Always in and out of jail. Some of us just can't keep away from the place.
See you later, Lizzie.
You did take it. They said you'd taken it. Now give it to me.
You're crazy.
But I saw it. You're hiding it behind your back. Now give it to me.
Give it to you, all right?
Look, if I have to fight you, I will. I'm warning you, I'm not giving up this time.
Gotta be joking.
I am not. See? Oh, goodness.
What's going
Oh,
on?
Amelia. Oh, it was wonderful. At first she wouldn't, and then she did, and then she was, and then I hit her.
There, dear, calm down now. You really are discovering a lot of hidden talents, aren't you?
Well, I've never hit anybody before.
Yes, well, let's develop our newfound skills one at a time.
Oh, wait till I show the others. Thanks, Bobby.
Now, come on. Let's have a look at that eye, shall we?
Piss off, Granny. Who needs you?
Oh, I was wonderful, Lizzie. She came at me like a wild animal, but I stopped her one punch. That's all it took.
God, love, I reckon that's Ripper. Doing good to get a bit of her own back.
Yeah, but I reckon you must have landed a lucky one, but picture don't look like a fighter to me.
Oh, no, really? Look, I'll show you.
Oh, all
Now,
right.
you stand here, and I was here, and I was moving like this. Well, it's like dancing.
Oh, God, love, you do look silly off and about like a little flea.
Well, it's part of my style. Now, come on, Cass, stop playing and try and hit me. No more savage, like a wild beast.
Oh, yeah, but I might hurt your pics.
Oh, well, I pretend wild beast.
Oh,
then.
pretend wild beast. Oh!
And then I hit her, Lizzie, like this. Oh! I've done it again.
I wouldn't believe it. She's got a glass jaw.
Oh, Lizzie. Oh, I'm sorry, Cass. Oh, dear. Have I hurt her?
Looks like it, love.
Oh, dear.
I don't need no angel in disguise, for paradise is lost and sold.
Well, hello.
I think about the time that's
I hope you don't mind me dropping in like this.
Not at all. Come in, come right in.
Thank you. I've had a bit to drink.
I would never have guessed. Coffee?
You're a lifesaver, Sam.
Sit down, make yourself comfortable. I won't be a moment.
I just felt the need of some friendly company.
Get down in the dumps.
It's been one of those days.
You're in friendly territory now. And who knows what the night might bring. Black or white?
Oh, black.
Well, it won't be long.
You want to come and watch, boy? Having a nice time?
How does the defendant plead? Guilty or not guilty? accuse you of getting rid of B. Smith.
No. No.
You had me batched. How do you plead?
No. No.
You forced me to make drug. Guilty? Or not guilty?
No, no, no. No, 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 no.
You set me up for a bashing. Guilty?
You tried to take control of the records at Wingworth.
Or not guilty?
Will serve be ready for you.
Looks like a fun trip.
You really are in the wars, aren't you?
What's it to you?
Nothing. I'm thinking of you, dear.
I'm not your dear.
I was wondering if you'd learnt your lesson. You deserve everything you got for taking that diamond. In fact, I'd say you got off quite lightly.
Oh, give it a rest, can't you?
Oh, come on. Cheer up. Can't be that bad.
I don't need no sympathy from old crocs like you.
We all need a bit of sympathy sometimes.
Well, I got by so far without it.
Oh, and so well, too. 18 and already in jail. Everyone must be very proud of you.
Why should I care what people think? Nobody gives a stuff about me.
Well, you've never given them a chance, have you?
You give people a chance and they jump on you with both feet. So don't tell me about sweetness and light, Granny.
You think you're the only one that's come up the hard way? Good heavens, look around you, girl. Most of the women in here have had a harder time of it than you have. You don't see them crying, poor me. One thing you got to learn, Bobby, is that before other people can like you got to like yourself. If you're convicted, these women are going to be your family for some time to come. And if you give them half a chance, you'll find out they quite like you. Even an old crock like me might think you're all right. Now, it's going to be a real shiner. What we really need is some steak, but we're right out. But I've got something that I think might help. This should take some of the pain away.
Thanks. Cheers, Granny.
And what is your verdict?
Guilty! Guilty!
The court declares Joan Ferguson guilty as charged. The sentence of death will be carried out
Wally? You there?
No, I'm not. I'm too exhausted to laugh.
You were too exhausted. All you did was lie there.
Oh, I'm not that drunk.
No, you were gorgeous. Mm. Mm-hmm.
Hmm? No.
Are you glad you called round?
Hmm.
I knew we'd be good together.
Sam,
Not now. Mm.
Colleen Bell. Oh, you put him through to me.
I was wondering if I might speak with the governor.
No, I'm sorry. The governor isn't here at the moment, but I'm the deputy. Can I help you?
Yes, I'm ringing about one of your officers, Miss Ferguson.
Yes.
Well, I'm a neighbour of hers and, well, I'm worried about her.
Well, what's happened?
The missus and I have been hearing some strange noises coming from her place, and we were wondering if she was all right.
Have you tried the door?
It's just the last time I went over there, I didn't exactly get a friendly welcome.
Yes, all right. Thanks for the information. We'll take it from here.
Thanks very much.
Oh, could I have your name, please?
Bye.
All set?
No worries. Now we sit back and wait for the fireworks to begin.
He used to give me roses. I wish he could again. But that was on the outside, and things were different then.